Hello, I'm Corey Lindberg, the principal here at Ocoee Middle School. It's my privilege and my honor to welcome you to the Ocoee Family and to welcome you to our 2020-2021 orientation. This certainly is a different type of orientation than we're used to, and we appreciate your patience and for your willingness to log in and to watch this video tonight. We're excited to share some information with you as we all get started together on what I'm certain will be an unforgettable school year together. I want to tell you a little bit about who we are at Ocoee Middle. We offer a family environment that is student-centered. We make decisions on what's best for kids and not necessarily what's best for adults or logistics. We're safety minded. You're going to notice that with electronic door locks, a state of the art visitor management system, and identification cards, which we'll talk about soon. We offer challenging academics for all students. We pride ourselves on meeting the needs of all students, finding out what they're really, really good at and also what they're working on, and meeting each student at his or her own level. We offer chances to be involved outside of the classroom. We offer really exciting athletic programs, arts programs, and extracurricular clubs and activities that all students can be connected to the school. We want to offer strong parent communication. This is something we're continually working on. We want there to be an open line of communication between families and the school because you are a vital part of your students' journey here in middle school. So we want to offer that to you. We also offer social and emotional support for all students. We build in dedicated time every day to talk to our students about what's going on in their lives. We want them to feel like better citizens and better people when they leave our school. We don't just want to meet the needs academically. We also want to support them as human beings while they're here. I want to introduce you to some people around the school that you're going to meet. Our office staff and the smiling faces and pleasant voices that you hear when you call our school are typically those of our administrative assistants, Mrs. Paula Neighbors, Mrs. Angie Pierce, Mrs. Amanda Lawson, who is our guidance department secretary and also our registrar, and Mandy Manning, who's our secretary for our special services department. And our bookkeeper is Miss Donita Pig. She really keeps us on track from a budget and monetary standpoint, and we appreciate what all of these ladies do to really keep our school moving in the right direction. The administration, I'm Corey Lindberg. I'm the principal, and I'm blessed to work with amazing folks in our school every day. And our teachers and our administrative staff are absolutely top notch. And so I'm proud to introduce them to you. Miss Angela Lawson is our 7th grade administrator. Our 8th grade administrator is Mr. Kent Smith, and our 6th grade administrator and dean of students is Mr. Kevin England. Our athletics and attendance director is Mr. Jake Wilcutt. Our guidance counselors, 8th grade, Miss Catherine Riggs, 7th grade, Missy Webb, and in 6th grade, Heather Wilson. Our instructional coach is Heather Bischoff, and her primary role is overseeing the academic components of what goes on in the school and the fidelity of our academic programs. Our school nurse, our full-time school nurse, is Sasha Hall. She does an awesome job at making our students feel at home, taking care of our students, not only students, but also the staff. We're very blessed to have her. Our full-time school resource officer is Deputy Tony Moore of the Bradley County Sheriff's Office, and we're very honored to have him back with us again this year. I want to talk to you just for a moment about how you can be involved. So a few things you can do. You can make sure to follow us on social media. We have accounts that are updated often on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also find us on our website, oms.bradleyschools.org, and that's a way you can contact us, get up-to-date information, all that sort of thing right there on the website. It's also where our student handbook will be located. And you can find all sorts of information, our cafeteria, athletics, whatever it is, you can find it right there on the website. You can join our parent-teacher organization. That's really, really important. Our PTO is made up of hundreds of parents that function as sounding boards for us as we make decisions. They also support the school from a volunteer standpoint when we need adults in the building to help. And they also provide monetary support for things in the building to help student learning that are not typically in our school budget. So we hope when you get information home about how to join the PTO, we hope you'll take advantage of that. And please consider joining our PTO. And we're very excited about what they do for us here at the school. And get ready to wear some new gear. We'll be offering a store for you to purchase some apparel with our new logos and branding. So help support our Colts in the public and get ready to wear that new gear. I want to talk to you just for a moment about our school structure and the way our school is set up. Each grade level, what we wanted to do is to make a big school of 1,200 feel as small as possible for your students. And so what we try to do is to put our core classes close together. We put kids in teams of 80 to 100 students each, and we put their classes really close together. So every team of students will be assigned 4 core teachers, a math teacher, an English teacher, social studies teacher, and a science teacher, and they will rotate between those 4 teachers throughout the school year for their academic classes. Those classrooms are also located very close to each other, so students do not have to travel very far at all to get to their classes. We don't want them to have to walk all the way through campus or around campus to get to class, so we like to make that group as small as possible, as close together, so as they become like a family throughout the school year, we continue to push forward our family environment here at the school. I want to tell you what a typical day here at OMS looks like. Our school hours are from 8:15 to 3:30. And as a part of that, we have 4 60-minute core classes, which I've already mentioned, 30 minutes of lunch. Students get to go to 2 45-minute related arts classes, those being physical education or business technology or STEM or ACT prep, band, choir, drama, all of those sorts of things are related arts classes that we offer here at school, and students get 2 of those every day, and also a 45-minute advisory time that is built in really for social emotional support as we continue to work with students on those levels. Let's talk just for a moment about our athletics. So Ocoee Middle School, we compete in 15 sports in the Southeast Tennessee Athletic Conference. And you can find athletic updates on our website, including tryout dates and practice facilities and all that sort of stuff. We're still going to offer some free physicals at some point. We hope, depending on how the situation works out with COVID and all that sort of stuff, we still hope to offer free physicals, and we're not sure about that yet. We are proud to have our own dedicated athletic trainer. She is an employee the Center for Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, and we are honored to have Michaela Biker with us. She has an office on our campus to take great care of our athletes. So you can see here the sports that we offer and a wide range and spectrum of the sports that we have to offer. So we hope if your student's an athlete that they will find a way to get involved. So let's talk about the arts for a minute. There's a variety of offerings to fit many interests for all of our students, including band, choir, visual arts, theater, music theater, and those are just some of the arts programs that we have to offer while here at school. So we hope your student will certainly take advantage of those. We're proud of our extracurricular activities, and I'm not going to read all these off to you. You can see them on the screen, but we're really excited to offer all sorts of clubs that range from academic clubs to interest clubs like our Fellowship of Christian Athletes or our math team. We do a musical every year. And so there are a lot of ways for your student to be involved extracurricularly here while a student at Ocoee Middle School. I want to talk to you just for a moment about the attendance policy. Basically, the attendance policy has remained the same from last year, so it's not changed a whole lot, but parents or doctor's notes are required for absences in order to be excused. So if a student misses and we don't get a doctor's note or a parent note, those are automatically entered as unexcused absences. 3 unexcused absences, at that, you've reached Tier 1 of our truancy policy, and you'll receive a letter and be required to attend a conference with an administrator at that point to put together a plan to not have any more unexcused absences through the year. So we encourage you, if your student's at home sick, to write a parent note or take them to the doctor and bring us a doctor's note. If they have to go to the dentist or have to go have their braces adjusted, whatever it is, bring that note in and we'll make sure it's excused in the computer. 3 parent notes can be used per semester to excuse absences. So that's 6 total for the year, but 3 each semester can be used. And those are for times when your student is out, but doesn't necessarily have to go to the doctor. Send in those parent notes and we'll make sure they get excused. Checkouts are not permitted after 3:15. If you've been a part of our traffic flow before, you understand this, that we can't have parents blocking up our entrances after 3:15 because we are preparing for bus and car dismissal at that time. So we can't allow any checkouts after 3:15 unless it's an emergency situation, and we encourage you to communicate with us about that. If it's an emergency situation, we will work something out for you, but in general, keep our checkouts before 3:15 or just wait until the 3:30 dismissal to pick up your student. You can see the attendance policy on the school website for details. It's also in our student handbook and on the attendance section of our website. I want to talk to you about our safety and sanitation plan that you're going to see upcoming this year. Now, this is a little bit different because of the situation that we're in with COVID around our country and specifically in Bradley County. Bradley County Schools has released a reopening plan for the 2020-2021 school year, and our school plan is being developed as we speak to meet the guidelines of Bradley County Schools, the CDC, and our local health department guidelines. So you're going to see our plan will be released to you within the next couple of weeks to let you know exactly what will be happening in our building for us to be able to keep your students and our staff safe on a daily basis. But I'm just going to tell you some of the things that the plan will include. So it will include limited movement within the building to start the year, spacing between students in classrooms and in general areas so we don't have large crowds of students together. We'll be sanitizing all surfaces and equipment after every student session. So anytime a student touches a surface or is around a surface, then we're going to sanitize that before the next group of students will be able to use that surface. Those will be cleaned on a daily basis and on a class-by-class basis as we use those areas. We won't be using water fountains this year. We have touchless water bottle fillers in every hallway in the school, and we're excited about those, and that also just keeps students. It's another touch point that we can cut down on within the building. So we do encourage you, on a side note, to send clear water bottles with your student to school in order to utilize those water bottle fillers throughout the school day. So it'll provide filtered water for them in a touchless format where they can fill up their water bottles. Also, we'll be doing temperature checks on students and staff every day. So if students have a fever when they come into school, they're not going to be allowed to attend school that day. So that's going to be a part of our plan. Masks will be suggested. And I do want to say that as of today, these are the plans we have in place, but those plans are subject to change based on guidelines, and we have to be flexible in this situation. But just understand from a school level what we're doing to take things very seriously. We're going to sanitize. We have specific child-safe chemicals that we're going to be using to sanitize our building on a daily and every class basis. And we also have electrostatic machines and foggers that we're going to be using to sanitize all rooms in the building on a weekly basis. And so we're taking it very seriously. We want you to know that we know there can be some unrest about sending your students to school at this time, but we want you to know that we hear you and we understand those concerns, and we're going to do everything we can to keep our students and our staff safe so that we can have an awesome school year. So just understand that plan will be released, but I just wanted to let you in on some of the things that we are taking into consideration as we start back for this school year. Also, you're going to see a staggered start plan. This is for the middle schools and high schools in Bradley County. So this will be the same as Lake Forest, Walker Valley, and Bradley Central. We'll all be following this plan. So basically what this does is it gives us time to acclimate with a very large group of students coming in, different policies going on within the school for safety and sanitation. We want a chance to do this with smaller groups of students. So the staggered plan allows us to do that. So here's the way that's going to work. On August 5th, that's the first day for students. That's the Wednesday. It's an abbreviated day. We are not going to have any students on campus. It will be a virtual meeting day, and your child's teachers will reach out to you to schedule a meeting on that day for your student. Your student's attendance on that Zoom meeting will count for student attendance that day. So they will be counted as present just for logging in to that short meeting on Zoom. That's when you'll be able to meet the teachers officially and hear the things that are going to be going on in their classroom. On August 6th, we will not have school that day. That is a professional development day for students, and is also an election day. So we will not have school on that day. It'll be professional development day for teachers only. Students will not come to school. And then we will go on a half and half, what we call an A-B schedule, with Group A being students with last names A through K. Group B being students with last names L through Z. And this is outlined on our website, on Bradley County Schools website, and also on this PowerPoint that you'll be able to kind of go back and reference this. So students with last names A through K will attend school on Friday, August 7th, on August 11th, and August 13th. So Friday and then Tuesday, Thursday for those students with A through K. Students with L through Z will attend school on August 10th, which is a Monday, August 12th, which is a Wednesday, and August 14th, which is a Friday. So 3 days for each of those groups of students. On the other days, those students will not come to school. So Group A will come Friday, Tuesday, Thursday. Group B will come Monday, Wednesday, Friday of that next week, with all students coming back to school on August 17th. So all students will be here as normal on August 17th. So please be aware of that staggered start plan that will help us get our school year off to a good start. I want to talk to you just about a few frequently asked questions about our dress code. Our dress code can be found online. I'm not going to go through all of that right now, but just be aware I'm going to show you where this is very quickly. So these are our dress code standards, and I just want to show you this. Basically, this is outlined not only on our social media, but on our website for the dress code standards for 2021. Okay, so you can find the dress code standards here on our website. So you can find that. It's also in our student handbook. Also, I want to talk to you just for a moment about our cell phone policy. All right, so our cell phone policy, this has changed just a little bit. And this is in reference to Bradley County Board of Education Policy 6.312. Okay, so you can look up the board policy if you want to on that. But basically, here's the deal. So students are prohibited from using cell phones during school hours. So this will be something that we will be enforcing this year, and it's a change you need to be aware of as parents and students. Students may only use their cell phones prior to the bell to begin school at 8:15 and after the bell to dismiss school at 3:30. Once our homeroom or the first official class begins, students' cell phones must be out of sight and in off mode unless permission is granted by a school staff member. There may be opportunities to use a cell phone, but they have to be specifically granted by a school staff member or an administrator. So during school hours, students will not be allowed to have cell phones out. And what's going to happen if they do have those out, we'll warn students, and then if they have it out, we will take the cell phone up from them, lock it in a safe, and the parent or guardian has to pick up the phone can pick up the phone at the end of the school day. So we won't send that phone home with the student. So the parent or guardian will have to come and get that phone. On the second offense, retention of the cell phone for 30 calendar days or a $30 fine can be paid, which will go to our betterment of the entire student body or facility maintenance, but $30 can be paid by the parent or guardian, or we will keep the phone for up to 30 days, and then the parent or guardian can come and pick that up. And then at the end of the 30-day retention or the payment of the fine, a parent or guardian can pick it up, and then additional offenses after that, we will retain the phone for 30 calendar days. And at the end of that 30-day retention, the parent or guardian can come and pick that up. So that's a change. We've had a little more loose cell phone policy in the past, but we feel like this is going to help us increase the focus in our learning environment. And so students will not be allowed to have phones out during the school day this year. This will be strictly enforced. And once again, you can find this in our student handbook, which is on our website. So be sure that you take a look at that on our website. Let's talk a little bit about lunch. So lunchtime. Sorry about that. Back. On our lunchtime, multiple offerings of food are offered. So that includes yogurt parfaits and all sorts of stuff. That our cafeteria staff does a wonderful job at providing meals that not only taste good and are nutritious, but they're really appealing for our staff and for our kids. we want you to know about School Cafe, that you can log on through the website and manage your student's lunch account. Okay, so it's called School Cafe, and once again, you can manage your student's account on that website through School Cafe. Honors classes. Let's talk just about this. I'm just going through some frequently asked questions for you. On the honors classes, they're assigned using TCAP, benchmark testing, and teacher recommendations. We have some questions about that sometimes. So just understand that if you need to know the process for that, you can reach out to our guidance counselors or our grade level administrators, and we'll be able to explain that process to you. Our library, it has been the Inez Clemmer Library has been remodeled, and thanks to the Inez Clemmer family and our PTO and community donors, it has been remodeled and is really just an innovative place that involves technology, online research, all of our favorite hardback titles, paperback titles, and that sort of thing in there. And it's really just a great place for kids to be. So we're very excited about what our library has to offer. School supplies. This is another thing we want to deal with. The school supply list can be found on our website. It's important this year because students will not be able to share any school supplies. So that's a part of Bradley County Schools' safety reopening plan. School supplies won't be shared this year. So we need every student to have their own set of school supplies. So please take care of that, and feel free to send in extra things. If you buy extras, send those in, and we'll make sure that those get to families who can use them. Our 21st Century After School program is a free after-school program to open to all students. Now, we do cap that limit, and I don't know what that limit is right now, but we do cap that based on the number of workers we have. But there are staff members from Ocoee Middle School that will take care of your students after school and work on academic work. They'll get physical activity, they'll get some nutritious snacks, and a time to hang out and bond with other students here at school, and it is absolutely free. So we hope you'll take advantage of that 21st Century program application. You can find it on our website. You can also find it on our social media sites as well. So please take advantage of that after-school program. And once, like I said, it's absolutely free and open to all students. We're looking to move to identification cards this year. So that means students will be required to carry an ID card throughout the school day. That ID card is going to have their lunch number on it. It's for a barcode, so when they pick up their food, they will get to scan that barcode in the cafeteria. We'll also have a barcode for library checkout, so when they go check out a book or check out a Chromebook or whatever it is, they'll be able to scan that ID. It's going to be important for your student to have that on. We're going to give them their first ID and a lanyard. But the next one we have to give them will be a $5 fee. We have to print those in-house, and so $5 will be the fee if your student loses their identification card. So the next one will cost them $5. So we ask that you as a parent will help them keep up with that ID card and the blue lanyard that it comes with. But if they do happen to lose it, and that does happen, we'll be able to print them another one. There will be a $5 fee, and we'll communicate with you as a parent about that. There is a $25 material fee for all Bradley County students, and that goes directly to provide instructional materials for your kids. That doesn't go to buy apparel, to do things in the building, anything like that. That goes directly to providing student materials. So we ask that you please pay that fee. That's a big part of our school budget and what we spend on students in the classroom and providing instructional materials outside of the normal curriculum. So you can pay that as soon as school starts. You can send in that $25 with your student. They'll get it to their homeroom teacher, and we will be able to take care of it from there. So we ask that you send in that fee. I want to talk to you just for a second about pickup and drop off. Okay, so all students have to be picked up in a car unless a walking pass is issued. We're going to talk to you more about a walking pass. You get the information sent home to you about walking. So there are some opportunities for walking passes to be given if you live very close to the school or work very close to the school. Walking passes are issued. So all students have to be picked up in a car. I want to talk to you just for a moment. Hopefully you can see this on my screen, my arrow. So we have two places for pickup. 6th and 7th grade. 6th and 7th grade will come right here, and this is 22nd Street. That runs from Parker Street here to Ocoee Street here. So basically our 6th and 7th grade entrance will come here from 22nd onto 22nd Street, and pull in this flagpole circle right down here. So 6th and 7th grade car pickup will be in the flagpole circle off of 22nd Street. You can line up here, but you can only line up on the right-hand side of this road, okay, because there has to be through traffic. As you come back out of the flagpole circle, you can make a left onto Ocoee Street from the left lane or right onto Ocoee Street from the right lane. Our express passes, if you are lucky enough to buy an express pass, and thank you to everyone for supporting that. We sold 75 of those, and those express lane passes can be picked up in the front circle on Ocoee Street, but you may only make a left off of Ocoee Street into our parking lot. You will not be permitted to make a right-hand turn from Ocoee Street into the express pass lane. You may only turn left from the middle lane right here on southbound on Ocoee Street. Okay, so northbound traffic will not be allowed to turn in the express lane. Our 8th grade car pickup will happen right down here by the gym entrance. So 8th grade cars will enter from Parker Street onto David Lewis Lane right here by the Pie Center, the old American Uniform Building. They will come through our parking lot and right back down, right past the baseball field where your students will be picked up at the awning by the turf baseball field. Okay, so I just wanted you to see this. We'll post these again on our website so that you have an idea of what's going to happen, but I just wanted you to be aware of where your students will be picked up. So what's next for Ocoee Middle School? What's next for you all as we get going? So you can expect a call from your child's first block teacher this week. You're going to hear from them this week. Each academic team, is going to offer a Zoom meeting on August 5th. So be ready for that. And once again, that'll count for attendance for that day as well. So get on that Zoom meeting. You'll be counted present for August 5th. And so that'll be an important time for you to meet the teacher, to hear what's going on in the classroom, and ask questions to the teacher. Parents and students, you can both get on these meetings. We want you to follow the staggered start schedule. So that's next. Like I say, nobody's going to come to school on the 5th. We start the staggered start on August 7th. Please adhere to that schedule. We want you to pick up a schedule on July 29th. So I'm going to remind you once again that hard copy schedules can be picked up from 12 to 6 on July 29th in either car pickup location, on the gym side or on the flagpole circle side. You can just pull right through there. We'll give you a hard copy of your student's schedule, or you can check Parent Portal sometime this week. We don't know when that's going to be uploaded, but you can check Parent Portal or Clever and be able to log in and see your students' classes. Now, some of those still may be subject to change, but for the most part, they're going to be correct. And so we want you to check that or come get a hard copy schedule. 6th grade families, we will offer a limited number of in-person tours on July 30th. So 6th grade parents only will be able to sign up on the Sign Up Genius, which will come out this week, to sign up for a tour on July 30th. So please be on the lookout for that, and we will get you in here to see the building if the virtual tour doesn't do it for you. We also want you to watch the virtual tour. We're going to have a virtual tour posted also on our YouTube channel, a YouTube page. So please take advantage of that. Watch that virtual tour, and hopefully that'll answer some questions for you. We are so excited to have you joining the Ocoee Middle School family. And those of you who are continuing your journey as 7th and 8th graders, we're excited to start this year. We weren't happy with how last year ended either, and we're just very excited to see everybody back. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for listening and your attention. And as always, if you need anything, reach out to us by email or by phone. And we look forward to seeing all of our Colts back here in just a week or so, here in the building. So thank you, everybody. Have a great evening, and go Colts.